Morning, happy harvesting. Just pulling out with the first truckload for myself anyways. This is about 9 o'clock. On Fridays my youngest daughter doesn't have school, so I have to run her to the babysitter. So again, a little bit later start than I'd like, but it is what it is. BJ took off 7:30. He should be about back from the first load. Yesterday was a great day. Anyways, now we're a little short-handed for harvest. Really glad we just sold 25 loads to this place we're going. It's 50 miles away. That'll be fun delivering now during harvest, but like they're starting the corn pile. So this is a big pile. They will fill that up with corn, holds probably 1 million plus bushel, and they will tarp it. Back with the first load, and I realized that it's almost lunchtime. Basically an hour and a half to 2 hours round trip, so we're going to stop at the shop, get some lunch. Got us a factor meal for the day. Cheesy chicken and broccoli. That sounds pretty good. What else we got? Chili mac. Ground pork, cheddar, chili mac. That'll work. That's going to taste way better than the gas station pizza I had yesterday, but I was out of factor meals. That box just came this morning. Keeping those up here at the farm shop is going to be a game changer for me during harvest, because I'm in and out of here every day hauling grain, getting parts, just doing whatever, and it's super convenient to be able to stop in here, take 2 minutes, give me something to drink, and get me a hot meal. So now we just got to wait for 1 minute and 18 seconds. So if you guys would like to try Factor, there is a discount code in the description. BFV50 will get you 50% off your first order. So far I really still like the salmon, but earlier this week I had the filet mignon. Now the fillets do cost a little bit extra, but it was delicious, and it may very well take my top spot. Salmon is a good choice, filet's been a good choice, and then pretty much any of the pastas. Now, one nice thing about Factor while we're in the busy season, yesterday I worked from 8 o'clock till 9:30 last night. Probably do the same thing today. Leaves very little time to go get any kind of meals to leave in here in the office, in the farm shop. So really nice that it's a home delivery service. I can get us all some lunch, figure out what Dad and BJ like, and we'll be snacking on these all through harvest. So again, if you would like to try a Factor meal, so again, if you'd like to get yourself a Factor meal, code BFV50, link in the description, will give you 50% off your first order. Okay, we are finally back to the field. Now the good news is our Gleaner should be fixed here in a couple hours, so credit to Ohio Ag, they were here quickly with parts, and we're back up and going. Apparently it wasn't as catastrophic as it appeared, but we did need a crane, so I got her up and going. Hopefully they'll have it up and going here soon, but right now Dad's running into Lexion, see what we can get done there.
Well, we got old Faithful out here. Leader's taking a break. What we do here? I'll get you situated here. Corn's no better than what we thought it was going to be. Pleasant surprise. Pretty dry. 20, 18, 22. You got steering on this. Didn't get the one from Gleaner to work. I don't know what was wrong. But one here works good. You can tell where the Gleaner went, where this thing went. Cleaner chops it up a little bit better, spreads a little better. The Devastators we got on, knocks the stalks down. See the color of the difference there. I'm gonna be able to make it to the end. Yep, it's full. 300 motion. BJ out makes the tractor in. He gets the tractor in. Doubles go next round. This should be enough to load Brian. He can go on.
And more problems. Flat tire. One day maybe things will start going smoothly. They put some air in that this morning, they said, so hopefully the valve stem just stuck open on it and they can air it back up, but I don't know. It's an interesting way to clean out a grain bin. Door just opens up and they drive a loader inside of it. Now the Gleaner's moving under its own power, that's good. Because the Lexion definitely had a sidewall split on one of the rear tires, so it's out of action at the moment. I swear we like look at things before we go to the field and check things out and do the best we can, but sometimes it's just life. Couldn't make it up if you tried. So check out how dry this dirt is. Very, very dry. Say, Mason.
Hi.
All right, boogity booty, let's go racing. So it sounds like on our final drive on the other side, some bolts had worked loose, which caused the axle to slide, bearing went out, all because some bolts worked loose. But hey, we're up and going now. The Lexion definitely has a split rear tire. So good thing they got this one going, because the Lexion ain't doing anything until we get another tire. But it's 4 o'clock. We're going to load the 3 trucks, load the cart, and that'll be all we'll get to do today. Just because we don't have any electric at the grain bin still, we can't unload up there. Basically, when we unhook the dryer, there's a couple sequences now that don't match up, and we can't use our unload augers out of the bins, so Dad doesn't want to put any corn in there until we can do that as wet as it is. You know, while we're waiting, might as well eat our snack. Shuttle service?
Below the highway, like what direction?
Go that way. So how was school?
Kids are only there for half the day, so the staff just gotta hang out and
You guys had a
lesson
pizza party,
plan.
didn't you?
No, but we did play games and win prizes and hung out, and it was real nice. I liked it.
Making that money. Mama insurance. Mom, friends with benefits, that's us. Finally rolling. How's the car days? Not you, the system.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, I thought you were paying me a compliment.
No, I've been on that end of the cart. I know.
What was I supposed to do?
So when you're using that, are you able to lock on a line and it steer you?
Yeah. So you see
Even
that
with the row
blank-
feelers?
Yeah, so you see that blank spot there?
Yep.
That was where the Lexion ran.
Hasn't filled in yet.
Well, you have to go. That's a Lexion communication thing. So when he was running along that in the Gleaner, I couldn't lock onto a line because it didn't think that thought I was in the crop or something.
Gotcha. We might get them loaded tonight. We've got a little bit of sun left. This field's got a little bit of a roll to it. It's hard to tell on camera, but it definitely has some ups and downs in the Grand Canyon right through the middle of it. But in the bottom there, he's running about 240. Up here on the tops, he's running about 140.
Here's Bob. Bait pile.
That's for our baited turkeys. That's illegal.
Yeah, I don't know.
You may be wondering why BJ has the window open and a stick of gum shoved up his nostrils. It was me. Well, we're full. Hey everybody, thanks for watching that video. A couple things I wanted to clarify. So when I say the bolts worked loose on our final drive, I don't mean like bolts that we can walk up and check. They're inside that final drive. At least that's my understanding. I'm also not a mechanic. These are just things that this is just what I was told. I wasn't there to actually see how it came apart. I was trucking when it happened. Wish I could have been there to see more of that, because I just something I would like to have a better understanding of. But basically when those bolts worked loose, I don't know what slid. Basically it took out the bearing that holds the whole thing together. And when that happened, that's when the wheels came off at an angle there. So good news is it was fixed and everything was back to operational in about 20 hours from the time that it happened till the time that we were moving again. So yeah, good service there. Thanks for watching. If you would, do me a favor and thumbs up the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next one. And yes, we're going to Farm Science Review. Unfortunately, we were already there, so that's where we were today.